You say ODM did not fight for what was rightfully theirs after the 2022 elections. It's a blatant lie. The only constitutional way of saying we don't agree is going to the Supreme Court. We did.
Yes.
Now, when the Supreme
But you
Court,
also rejected Supreme Court.
we rejected,
yes,
but accepted. Because constitutionally, what are we supposed to do? To fight? No. We can't destroy this country because of an election.
Matiang'i is weakening Baba in Nyanza. That's why you're saying Matiang'i can't be president. A threat to ODM.
Weakened Baba where?
In Nyanza.
Matiang'i has never won
in
anything.
Gusiland.
He's never won anything. You know, collecting people in a rally is not winning an election. Getting support online is not winning an election. If it was so, Peter Kennedy would have served as president and gone away. Bob in Kenya, he's becoming a member of parliament.
Becoming a politician.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is what we can discuss. How we got there. How we ensured that professionals are not appreciated.
Yeah.
That doctors, lecturers, engineers are not appreciated as much as our politicians are appreciated. Now, wastage of resources is a different topic on its own.
Now, do you think Kenyans have seen the fruit from devolution?
A lot.
Yeah.
You don't look at it as a Luo thing. You know, it is only in Luo Nyanza that it is unfortunate we are not seeing anything in devolution.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate, by the way. We've been treated to shenanigans and nonsense as county governments because of corruption. Travel this country and go to the northern part of this country.
I can give you an example of Muranga.
Devolution is working.
Yeah.
Leave alone Muranga. You go to Kwale.
Yeah, Kwale is also doing amazing job. It's about a matter of the... Dango Reelers, welcome to Real Talk Republic podcast all the way from Kiafrika Studios. And of course, your host is Arego. Welcome. And by the way, today our guest is Victor Marende, one of the insider wa baba Raila Odinga. Unaweza mjua kwa zile enzi za sufuria kwa vichwa, you know about Kioni, Jeremiah Kioni, enzi zetu za Kamkunji. I'm talking about Jeshi la Baba. And of course, welcome Victor Marende to Real Talk Republic podcast. Bro, mi nimekuintroduce before ujiintroduce, but you can tell the audience exactly when ni nani bana.
Mimi naitwa Victor Marende. Victor Marende ni mzaliwa wa Siaya, mkazi wa jiji hili la Nairobi. Mwanajeshi wa baba, mwanasoja wa Raila Odinga, a loyalist, a supporter today, tomorrow and into the future.
Forever. Bro, Jeshi la Baba iko wapi?
Jeshi la Baba wako. And we are doing great. When Baba is okay, we are okay. When he is attacked, we are attacked. When he is safe, we are safe. So tuko.
Do you defend Baba's opinion when Sifuna attacked ODM?
Yeah, we did.
You did? As Jeshi la Baba?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did. And we made it firmly. You know, the party has two spokespersons generally. Most people don't understand.
Yeah.
And hata ukimsikiza Sifuna mwenyewe, he acknowledges that on issues za chama, on everyday talks, he's the spokesperson of the party. And he is not the spokesperson of the party. Iti anaweza amka kwa nyumba yake alafu azungumze. No. It is after the party organs meet, agree, then he communicates the position of the meeting. Like the last time when the Central Management Committee of the party met, then the party took a position and his role was to read a statement. Now the spokesperson of the party in terms of mergers, kuungana na chama zingine, na vyama vingine, it is the party leader, His Excellency Raila Odinga.
Unataka kusema Sifuna atulie tu? Ye kazi yake ni kusoma.
Kazi yake si kusoma tu. Because he is part of these meetings.
Yeah, because Sifuna said he knows very well his work is to read the resolutions of the ODM Orange Democratic Party movement, that is ODM, and alisoma. And ukisema hiyo resolution ilikuwa hapo, ilikuwa about ODM will unite with UDA kuhakikisha the 10 points agenda zimefikiwa. Now, juu umesema yu Jeshi la Baba bado mko available, mko pale. Kulikuwa na statement Sifuna alisema yeye atasoma resolutions zote. He will read all resolutions except one. That one that ODM is supporting President William Ruto. What's your take? And also, Ali promised, like, if suppose that happens, he will lead a mass walkout from Orange Democratic Party. And others wana urge kwamba, maze, Sifuna akitoka, ODM inaweza kwa limbo. What's your take as inside the ODM na bado jeshi la baba kamanda?
Firstly, Arego, these statements are not read in alien languages.
Dango.
They are read in English most of the time, and off the cuff, they are spoken in Swahili.
Yeah.
I think we have an array of members of the Orange movement who are both conversant in English and Swahili. That is one. Two, not to discredit the first point, is that the Right Honorable Raila Odinga has so many men and women, ladies and gentlemen, under his pupillage. He is a teacher of many. So to read a statement as to when and where it will be decided would not be a problem. To find a member or two in the revolution and in the movement to read a statement saying point A and B can never be a problem.
What about mass walkout?
Now, I would not want to speak about the character of our SG respectfully. But then, who has ever led a mass walkout out of this movement? The only man who has been capable of leading a mass walkout is the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. And I want to give you two instances.
Yeah, well.
Now, there was a struggle in the Simba Ford when Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, the doyen of opposition politics, passed in 94. And there were struggles within the Ford party. And at that point when he found it untenable to stay in that relationship and he found it abusive, he walked out, resigned from parliament, and regained his seat.
So from this point, you're telling Sifuna that if it's possible, if you have the possibility of walking out, he should walk out, because Raila Odinga did so in 96. He resigned from the party also and made attempt for this position for the Langata parliamentary seat, and he won, right? So are you trying to insinuate Sifuna to do so, if he can?
I'm saying the only man capable of leading a mass walkout is Raila Odinga, none other. He did it again in Kanu when he had a cooperation with Kanu in 2002.
Yes.
When he felt Moi was becoming mischievous, he led a mass walkout out of that abusive marriage.
Yes.
And they joined forces with like-minded persons. And Kanu was beaten out of power to date.
Bro, I now want to read your statement from one MP from Arego, Songa, that is Samuel Atandi. Taking you back to whatever you said, because you said ODM have those people who can speak Swahili, who can speak English. And Atandi went ahead and said, like, we have Jared Okello can replace Sifuna. We don't want to get the threats from Sifuna henceforth. So are you supporting Atandi's insinuation or talks? Because some are saying Atandi became so tribal, and the party is a national party. What's your take on Atandi's statement? As you also take, because you've given us a take on Sifuna, now Atandi's statement, because I've cautioned a lot. You know, ODM is big party. It's the largest party, one of the largest parties in Africa. We have they have supporters in Coastal, Nairobi, Murima, and so forth. How can you check on Atandi's statement?
I would only qualify it to the very end that Jared Okello is sane enough, elite enough to read a statement in both English and Swahili.
Bro, are you making ODM a tribal party?
I have not said he is capable.
Yeah.
And in my statement, I said ODM as a movement has several members. Ukianzia kule Mombasa, kuna Simba Hassan Ali Joho. Anaweza akazungumza Kizungu na akazungumza Kiswahili. Abdul Samad Sharif, gavana wa Mombasa, anaweza akazungumza Swahili na Kizungu. Wabunge wetu pale Machele, nani, Mishimboko, wanaweza kuzungumza Swahili na Kizungu. Njoo jijini Nairobi. Tell me, a member of the party, as a member of parliament, who cannot speak in both Swahili and English.
Man, I mean, they're all elites.
Yeah. So that is what I'm trying to say in short. I'm not qualifying that Jared is a better Secretary General. No.
And they're also saying Sifuna can step out if he wants.
If he's okay with it. You know, if you are in an abusive marriage and he feels he is in one, for example, the issue is not to commit femicide.
Yeah.
We are fighting femicide in this country so badly.
And somebody is saying like he realized that from that perspective or from that analogy, Sifuna have realized that maybe he's in an abusive relationship with ODM and maybe is trying to make his ways. From a post by one of your favorite VP contester from 2013 to 2017, that is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. He was meeting Kalonzo Musyoka and maybe he haven't have the number of Sifuna and they were exchanging numbers. Besides that, he said also that suppose he wins the presidency, he will be giving Sifuna kitu kadogo, like ministerial position. From ODM, from the inside ODM, because now I'm talking to one of the insiders of Orange Democratic Movement Party. Do you think Sifuna is telling you guys indirectly that I'm already moving out because everything that he's doing is already gorging with united oppositions? Is Sifuna already out?
Sifuna is a qualified member of the party.
Yes.
His qualifications are undoubtable.
Yes.
He's been a good Secretary General. He is one still. Now, if he has the feeling that the party is not serving his interests, then, there are only two constants in politics: interests and betrayals. So, to that end,
the famous one is betrayal.
He is allowed to betray and follow his interests. Yeah.
So you don't. ODM is okay with Sifuna getting out.
ODM is not okay.
Oh, in our last episode, as another episode, we were comparing between SG Sifuna and former SG Ababu Namwamba. What's your take? Who is that? Who had the power, the prowess in managing that position in the party?
Both are ferocious. Both are vigilant. Now, I would want to test Sifuna in by-elections. He's done some.
Yes.
Now, there are upcoming by-elections.
Yes.
I was engaged with Ababu Namwamba in bringing Memusi to parliament in Kajiado.
Yes, I remember Memusi did great.
It was a serious campaign.
Yeah.
It was a serious one. Now, both are good orators.
I think at this point, you're not going to get the carding for Sifuna for ODM by-elections because these regions that we are anticipating the by-election from, for example, Kasipul Kabondo, that's ODM bedroom. So there you can take credit for Sifuna. Give us another...
Ababu took one.
From that,
he did a by-election in Homa Bay County when the late Senator Kajwang passed on.
Yeah. But in Nyanza, for ODM, that's cheap. That's easy one. Right? Because we know very well, we get to understand that for you to win any position in Nyanza, your hands must be raised. As niseme kwa layman language, mkono yako lazima ishikwe na baba and to be said, mupate huyu kura zenyu, right? So for this one, we're not going to rate Sifuna from Kasipul Kabondo's by-elections.
It is important.
It is important?
Yeah, it is important.
Do you think ODM can lose Kasipul?
I want to give you an example. ODM did a by-election in Ugenya.
Yeah.
When when Christopher Karan's elections were
nullified after 2 years.
Yes, and David Ochieng came back.
Yeah.
On a ticket that is not ODM's. And Sifuna was the Secretary General. So you're talking about the same Nyanza.
Which one is challenging party in Nyanza?
No. Under Sifuna, ODM has been challenged in Nyanza.
Do you mean ODM is becoming weak in Nyanza?
It's not becoming weak.
Yeah.
You are only comparing what Ababu did as SG. And you are saying that we discredit the Homa Bay win. We cannot. We must constantly, who our supporters, tell them that this is the most exciting movement to be in as a party. And that is where I take offense with him. When he goes on a national TV and says that that the Orange Democratic Movement is losing flair and that people are no longer scrambling for the party's ticket, then how are you a Secretary General in such a movement?
ODM, Sifuna is now betraying ODM.
Those are your words. But I don't agree with him.
It's okay, Chief. You know, Raila Odinga, in the burial of the first woman to National Assembly, that is Phoebe Asio, he said, like, give us time. Give us time. When time comes, you will judge us on this one. Right? He said that. And previously, on the Orange Democratic Resolution, he said, we as the Orange Democratic Movement are going to work with UDA to ensure that 10 points agendas are merited to Kenyans. It is how many years since let's quote it, President William Ruto and Raila Odinga handshake happened? How many months?
Less than a year.
Less than a year. Have we seen or reaped the result from that quoted handshake?
It depends on where you stand from. Now,
I'm standing from a neutral position, checking on both balances.
When I look at the viewpoint, we had 10 points.
Yes.
Now, we agreed that the cost of living has to come down.
Yeah. Yes, kupiga masufuria. Yes.
Now, I have a feeling that the dollar has come down within the same period. Now, and most people would not agree with this, but the dollar is down from 169 to now stable at 129.
That is after the quoted handshake.
Yes. Now, we are talking, and if you want to check, if you're in money market funds, the interest rates are really coming down.
Yes, very.
That shows a stable economy.
And by the way, Minister of Finance, that is John Mbadi, cautioned the Kenyans against money fund because of the
interest rate.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you the idea behind the money market. Now, this is money that government borrows.
Yes.
Because it is local investment. Now, when the government is so desperate for money, they can borrow it at any interest. Now, when the government is not desperate to borrow money, then it means they borrow at a flexible rate of their own. So then you don't dictate the rates. Now, that is the problem now, that the government is not desperate for borrowings. The economy has reached a point where it is a bit safe. So the urgency to borrow is not there. Take, for example, a Sherlock. If you are so much in need of money and you are desperate, how much interest rate will they charge? A lot.
Yeah. Yes.
What if you're not desperate? Then they go hawking those loans.
Yes.
So then the rates come
lower.
Yes. So the government is in excess supply of money, and they are not desperate for our money in terms of local investments. So that shows some good stability. Now, the only challenge that they must solve deliberately is the cost of basic commodities. The basic commodities like unga. But we have to appreciate that they have come down. Under Uhuru Kenyatta, the cost of unga was over 200 shillings. It's come down to less than 200. The cost of fuel was so high. And it was also not there. People walikuwa nabeba vibuyu wanaenda kutafuta mafuta hadi Uganda. Haijafanyika hapa kwa Ruto. So, Mgala muwe na haki mpe.
Haya, tukimuua Mgala na tukimpatia haki, tunazungumzia kwamba ODM provided experts to the party. That is John Mbadi from Ugenya. That is who? Opiyo Wandayi. Now, I'm coming to the question from the narration that was made to Parliament, to the Committee of Education by CS of Finance, that is John Mbadi, who said, like, now free education is becoming somehow difficult to be sponsored in the Republic of Kenya because we rejected the Finance Bill 2024. What's your take as ODM experts when your expert is said directly to the Parliament that we are going to reduce the amount of money that we're providing for the Secretary of Education, but went ahead and muted his statement at the Parliament and said that was not the thing that I was saying there, but it's the real thing back in the village, in the street, before President went ahead and said free education, help is going to be remitted, and so forth and so on. My question coming based on education and free educations and the parameters that are being rendered to the student of the Republic of Kenya.
I would not participate in still misunderstanding
That
CPA
you
John
still
Mbadi.
maintain as ODM that was misunderstanding.
Now, let me tell you why it's a misunderstanding. John Mbadi appeared before the Education Committee.
Yes.
And he insisted to the Education Committee that the allocation to the education sector is low. And as low as it is, it will be attainable to support free education, both in primary and secondary education. So then we needed a supplementary. And I think that was a good effort. Make a case so that more money is allocated to the sector. And that is what we are working on now.
Now, from your opinion as a Kenyan, do you think that allocation could be benefited from Finance Bill 2024 as a Kenyan, not as an ODM member?
The Finance Bill 2024 did not increase allocation to education. Neither did it reduce it.
But John Mbadi insisted on it.
Politicians are liars at times.
Okay.
Yeah, politicians are liars at times. You know, at the point of demonstrations during the Finance Bill 2024, you know where ODM stood. ODM was not in any kind of arrangement with the president. And to quote myself, I supported the rejection of the Finance Bill in 2024. You wake me up today, I'll still say it was a good decision to support the rejection of the Finance Bill 2024 because of some of the punitive taxes it was introducing. Yeah. Now, post the coalition between ODM and Kenya Kwanza or UDM, we've realized some gains. But you know, gains are not instant coffees. You don't make gains as coffee and drink it at the same time. It takes time.
Yes.
It takes time.
Yes.
So I would also want to plead with fellow youth. Let us give it time. Let us give it time. Development, correction of systemic problems do not occur overnight. You know, we are trying to exist in a country as if Ruto became president in 2022, was sworn in on 15th of September, or was declared winner on 15th of August. And overnight, all those who had jobs lost their jobs.
Did William Ruto win 2022 presidential elections?
It's debatable. He didn't. And you know, he didn't.
What convinced you people to join William Ruto?
Oh, you've brought a very important topic. Yeah. You know, it is one of the thorny issues in this country why UDM is supporting President William Ruto.
You know, in Africa...
ODM believes in nationhood.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why. You see, Arego, I'm old enough to have seen countries sinking because of what was trying to happen in this country. Lately, you've seen Sudan sink in war. I was alive and well when Somalia, our neighbor here, sank into war. I was alive and well when Congo went that route. So we are underrating something that was so serious, an internal strife that would have destroyed this country forever. Nation building is difficult. And what ODM did, and our party leader did, was simply to save a country from going almost 100 years back. Almost 200 years back, I can tell you. We would have not had a country here. You know, everyone says Ruto would have gone. So what after he had gone? Now, we have a very good example in Egypt. When the strife that happened in Egypt happened, then the military took power. They're in power to date. Do we want a military state? Without disparaging our neighbors, Uganda looks like a military state.
But
Now,
it's being led by a dictator.
in the East African region, it is only Kenya that the official opposition leader, be that as it may, doesn't exist in the constitution, is not in jail. Our neighbors here in Tanzania, the official opposition leader, Tundu Lissu, is in prison.
Now, we'll touch on Tundu Lissu international politics, but specifically, let's
No, I'm trying to tell you.
There was a statement. I understand the example you've given, especially on Egypt. There is also an example from Libya, grains. And Gachagua, while addressing residents of in United States, said Raila Odinga is that person that loves being in power without responsibilities. Now, coming to my question is that, yes, you said William Ruto did not win the presidency, but you did not fight to get what was supposed to be yours as the ODM party. Besides that, when you went forth to unite Kenyans, as you put it, you forgot about the Azimio counterpart. They are saying you went there as ODM, and you people as Azimio, you were there as Azimio with the manifesto. And now that looks like a betrayal. Do you think ODM have betrayed Wiper, specifically Wiper? Because Wiper have been with ODM since 2013. Do you think ODM betrayed Wiper?
Now, before I come to ODM betrayed Wiper or not, ODM believes in constitutionalism.
Yes.
There is a way in which power is transferred and taken in Kenya.
Yes.
The constitutional way that is documented. Now, when you say ODM did not fight for what was rightfully theirs after the 2022 elections, it's a blatant lie. The only constitutional way of saying we don't agree is going to the Supreme Court. We did.
Yes.
Now, when the Supreme
But you
Court...
also rejected Supreme Court.
We rejected,
yes,
but accepted. Because constitutionally, what are we supposed to do? To fight? No. We can't destroy this country because of an election.
Dango.
And that is why I'm telling you, ODM believes in constitutional ways of running a country. The extra constitutional ones are not for this country, are not for ODM. And that is why we are saying boldly, we don't want a country renegading back into such issues. Now, onto whether ODM betrayed Wiper or not. You know, Wiper is an independent party.
Yes.
With an independent party leader.
Yeah.
ODM is an independent party with an independent party leader. Now, what have coalitions for? Firstly, when you read the Political Parties Act 2010, amended in 2012, there are almost three types of coalitions. But majorly, we talk about pre-election coalitions and post-election coalitions.
Agreements.
Now, Azimio was a pre-election coalition.
You didn't have post-election.
How would you form a post-election coalition if you have not won?
This is what we are going to do if we win.
Now, then we didn't win.
This is what we are going to do if we win.
Yes.
What if we don't win? That one must also exist.
If you don't win,
yes,
how would a coalition exist?
United opposition.
Now that is another coalition.
You unite. No, I'm not talking of the current united opposition. If you don't win and you stand for the virtues of the Kenyans, you form a united opposition.
Arego, the practical bit of politics
yes,
are that coalitions are formed to take power.
Yes, true.
Pre-election coalitions are there to take power.
Yes.
If you don't take power, I'm not declaring Azimio dead because it exists. But what is the use?
Azimio dead.
It is not. But what is the use of that coalition if it doesn't take power? It means we have to come back and sort it out to prepare for another election. And if we don't find it tenable, we move into other coalitions. We had CORD, we had NASA.
You did it in NASA.
We have Azimio now. And who says it must be Azimio in 2027?
Dango. Now coming to, we must have ways of post-elections. We must form coalition after elections, and saying that, who says we must have Azimio 2027? There is famous quotes or words like 2-term, 1-term. Others are saying it, tutaiba, kura isipoja, tutajaza. Now, you are a party now. You know, Wajir women representative, Fatuma, is from ODM, right? He said, hiyo tutaiba. Kwani ni siri?
Those are rogue characters.
In ODM. In ODM.
You know, a party is like a sea.
Yeah.
When you go fishing, you can fish anything.
Sure.
Yeah. So we have all manner of characters within this party. It is not the belief of the party that elections should be rigged.
Now, give us time. When 2027 comes, you will judge us. Raila's statement. Do you think ODM have just is indicating to us, inatupatia indication like sisi 2027 ikifika unajua kenye tutafanya ni kuunga tu William Ruto mkono. Iende hivyo.
Raila said, give us time.
Yes.
In 2027,
Yeah.
we will tell you, explain to Kenyans why we did what we did. Play the clip again. We will explain to Kenyans why we did what we did. And tutasonga mbele.
Okay.
You see, we are in an arrangement with Ruto.
Yeah.
In the broad-based government. And I've given you the reasons that the party did not believe in the extra constitutional means of taking power that other people supposedly wanted to take power with. We are not in a military state. We are not in any kind of dictatorship where you wake up tomorrow and think you can do a coup on a democratically elected president. So we don't want to encourage such in this kind of democracy that we have. Democracy is the best kind of governance that we have. But it has serious challenges, I can tell you. Serious challenges. Because how to challenge what you don't agree with becomes a problem. Because you signed to it. You know, in military states, if you don't agree, you go to the bush. Yeah. And you do what other people have always done. But we chose democracy unto ourselves.
But also others are saying like you're now preparing, getting ready the Homa Bay governor as your next DP. Because they're saying it is true. It is just from their perspective, they're saying this thing is unescapable. 2 term, they're going to repeat from ODM. And also others are saying 1 term, whether they join ODM, they're doing maths, they're mathing from the regions where President William Ruto receives supports and ODMs, and they're saying it is inevitable for them 1 term. But ODM, Kenyans are saying ODM is already in bed with UDA preparing for 2027, no matter what.
Arego, Kenya is a very tribal country.
Yes, I know.
You know, I didn't want to get into that, but it is very selfish for those who are saying ODM is in bed with Ruto. Because the same people who are saying ODM is in bed with Ruto have been in bed with Ruto for the last 12 years. And you know that. And the country is not okay because they think they are not okay.
So you're saying it's just that their time that were in the shares of the company, now it's ODM time to be in the shares of the company.
So Kenya cannot be a shareholding. It is them who thought so. And for such, Rigathi Gachagua was impeached.
Yes.
And that is the kind of nonsense that we don't want to encourage as a country. The nonsense of shareholding. Kenya is one united, indivisible country. But for far too long, other Kenyans have paid taxes at the expense of a particular region. It is time we are saying, and the president is rightly saying, that other parts of the country also deserve development, 1. 2, other Kenyans are also deserving of development. And 3, that if you're far much behind, then you need to be equalized. And that is the very essence of the equalization funds within the country. So is it so bad when devolution conferences are hosted in Homa Bay, but they're so good when they're hosted in Nyeri? Is it so bad when roads are constructed in Homa Bay? Is it so bad when they're constructed in Kilifi? Or even sweet enough when they're constructed in Nairobi? Yeah.
So ODM saved Ruto. That's how they will put it. That's how they will say it. Insiders ODM.
Saved Ruto from who?
From
who?
From Gen Zs.
No.
That's how they're saying it outside there.
You know,
Marende, let me say you when jeshi la baba. But ukienda pale street utasikia mtu anasema ODM karibu nimesave baba, nimesave Raila nani Ruto.
Wamemsave from who?
They saying like unajua Gen Zs walienda street wakisemaje Ruto must go. That's the chorus, right? Ruto must go, Kasongo must go, and whatever they say is. That is in 2024. Okay, ahead, you saw whatever happened over X. Ruto must go. So it was like Ruto iende, then the next person, the preference when you walikuwa nataka it come through. And because that is haiko happen now, sijui mimi
saved from who? Because you see, Our constitution is very clear. For you to be president, you must be over 35 years old.
Yes.
Who is a Gen Z?
Do you think Gen Zs are there? That one, Gen Z 2000 to 24.
How old are they now?
But they're saying they have the
It's okay. So Ruto goes, we need another 35-year-old and above.
an option, maybe a good option more than Ruto.
Who?
We have
Even
Morara Kebaso.
Who? He's over 35.
We have Boniface Mwangi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, getting serious with this.
Now that is why we ask of the plan.
All of Anthony Manyara.
He
was in your jeshi.
Is he over 35?
Yes.
He is not.
Manyara Anthony.
He is not over 35.
Babu Wino.
He's over 35.
Yes.
Is he a Gen Z? You spoke about Gen Zs.
Specifically.
Saved Ruto from Gen Zs.
ODM saved Ruto from Gen Z.
Oh.
And also you ODM are saying
They were leaderless.
faceless.
Faceless. And maybe radarless, if you look at it in that aspect.
Now to have a radar, not to be on a radarless aspect from this question, is that they were saying ODM saved Ruto from Gen Z revolution and saved Ruto from Gachagua become the president.
Now that makes more sense.
Okay.
So that makes more sense. So
Was Gachagua a threat?
So Gachagua wanted to use extra constitutional ways of ascending to power. That is what we are trying to say.
Yeah. How sure are you about that?
No, because you've said he was saved from Gen Zs and Gachagua. So it means Gachagua wanted to be president. Is that an extra constitutional means?
Of course he have ambition, but maybe he was not intending to be.
In Kenya, ambitions are served at the ballot, especially political ambitions. He will have a date with the ballot. Yeah.
Now, 2-term, 1-term hujajibu. Is 1-term inevitable for William Ruto?
You see, much as controversial as it might be, an organized minority is better than a disorganized majority. However you translate it, an organized minority is better than a disorganized majority. Yeah. But then, 2-term, 1-term will be on the ballot on the 10th of August, 2027.
Do you think united opposition is disorganized?
On the 10th.
Do you think right now united opposition, Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, Rigathi Gachagua, Eugene Wamalwa, and so on and so forth, they are disorganized at this point?
You speak about Matiang'i, who has never won even a class rep election.
But
has been an appointee.
And Kenyans are saying he's their favorite.
The whole of his life. Which Kenyans?
Kenyans.
Matiang'i can't be a favorite of
Over
anyone.
X, they're saying the option is Matiang'i.
No. Matiang'i can't be a favorite even to the wife.
Over TikTok,
No.
Even to the wife?
No,
That's so personal.
No.
You're now becoming Kimani Chung on this?
No. Matiang'i can't be a favorite anywhere, I can tell you. The guy looks and seems to be a thug.
Is it because 2017 you suffered under Matiang'i?
No. Under Matiang'i, we found several bodies in River. We've never gotten an answer to date. It is under Matiang'i where foreigners were abducted and murdered on the streets and found in forests.
Others saying ODM is not giving in for Matiang'i because of personal vendetta.
It's not personal vendetta. A life lost is a life too much. Can Matiang'i tell us where the bodies in River came from and why they were murdered senselessly? Matiang'i should be dragged to court to answer charges on baby Samantha.
Matiang'i said he did the necessaries, but now ni hao watu wa juu huko juu, he said juu, the deep state, wherever he stated it, hao ndio wako na shida, but yeye alifollow up on the bodies you people are talking about of Rivayala. And he said, suppose it was the person who committed the offenses, he should be prosecuted, and no one have ever prosecuted Matiang'i on that. It is just allegations without without evidences, solid one to prosecute Matiang'i. And he's also said, Matiang'i said, no one is ever, everyone has have done several sins, yeah. And you ODM people are not just, is it because Matiang'i is weakening Baba in Nyanza? That's why you're saying Matiang'i can't be president, a threat to ODM?
Weakened Baba where?
In Nyanza.
Matiang'i has never won anything.
In Gusiland.
He's never won anything. Collecting people in a rally is not winning an election. Getting support online is not winning an election. If it was so, Peter Kenneth would have served as president and gone away.
Dango.
If it was so, Kenya would have had even Muchara Brian as president, I can tell you.
Yet to be decided 2027 in a wait.
Oh.
For Muchara Brian.
Yeah, Muchara has a chance. In 2027, he has a chance.
Yes.
Matiang'i, I doubt. Can't, I can tell you. Can't.
Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka.
A better
you
candidate.
Have a debt with Kalonzo?
Not a debt. In politics, there are no debts. Not a debt.
But you promised kumi yangu, kumi zako Kalo.
Kumi yetu iko wapi?
Yeah.
Mlijaribu
mkakosa.
Yes. So we didn't get. You see, the premise of that coalition agreement was that after we serve our term, then Kalonzo will serve his term.
Kalonzo must underline after.
Yeah. We've not served any term. Where on earth did Raila Odinga serve as president? We did not. And he knows it as a senior counsel. He knows it. But be that as it may, Kalonzo is a good man.
Might be an option for ODM?
Not an option for ODM. ODM has several candidates. ODM is a good party with good members.
So you're saying Kalonzo supported you, but it's not an option for you people?
Not. You say it for ODM.
Yeah.
You see, ODM has a structure.
Yes.
So within the party, ODM will sit down, agree that we are presenting a candidate or not. One. Now, if we are presenting a candidate, then we go for a National Delegates Council. At Kasarani, in the open. And the members will decide who their candidate is. We've always given a position. In 2007, we were at Kasarani. We decided it was Raila Odinga.
And you
in 2013, at Uhuru Park, it was Raila Odinga. In 2017, we decided. So the party decides on the candidate. Now, after the party decides on the candidate, then we go out seeking partners. Now we form coalitions, pre-election pacts. Then we say within this coalition, let us sit down as men and women and agree who becomes the candidate, who becomes the running mate. So if Kalonzo is forwarded from his party, Wiper, as the candidate, then ODM as a candidate. If he so wishes that we form a coalition in 2027, then we agree between our candidate and the Wiper's candidate, who becomes candidate and who becomes the running mate. It's that simple.
Raila Odinga is that person that loves power, but loves authority, power, but without responsibilities. Not my words. Rigathi Gachagua's word. Not at once, but several times he has said this. Do you think Raila Odinga, in sense, wants to be the president, still have hopes of becoming president of the Republic of Kenya? And now, to conjunction to that question, your Jubilee Party leader said they are ready to support Raila's sixth stab for the presidency. What's your take of ODM? Do you think Raila still have a chance? The last bullet now, because the bullets aren't over. Do you think still have the bullets?
One, I will tell you that to vie for presidency is Raila Odinga's constitutional right.
Yes.
And none whatsoever can take away that right from him. If he so wishes, he presents his candidature to the party, and the party members agree.
Then do you think it's enough?
What is enough?
The stabs 5 times.
The Constitution has no enough. And that's why I've said it is his constitutional right to vie. Now, on Jubilee supporting Raila Odinga, you know, Jubilee has been a shell of itself from mid-2018. The party looks like it's dead. And when you look at them dangling their party ticket hopelessly, the other day dangling it to Matiang'i, and
Matiang'i said he have not decided.
But they dangled the ticket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now they're dangling it to Raila Odinga.
Now, so it means it's some useless thing being hawkered around. And Waswahili wanasema kibaya chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza, kizuri chajiuza. So who is this who is hawking his ticket carelessly in the streets? That who wants to vie on our ticket? Who wants to vie on our ticket? Hata ukiangalia hiyo
bro,
ni kitu bure.
This time round wanasema ni sure bet.
Hakuna Jubilee hawana kitu sure bet bana.
Wanasema this time round is sure bet about this one. And also Rigathi Gachagua at one time alisema like Raila Odinga can be Kenya's best president.
Jubilee ni kama simba ambaye ameng'olewa meno, amekatwa makucha. Hata abweke vipi hawezi akauma.
ODM hatuna interest naye. Should that be your word? ODM hatuna interest na Jubilee. Should I quote you from that?
Not ODM, but you can quote me. Jubilee ni simba ambaye amekatwa makucha, hana meno, haumi na hali. Atakufa njaa hivi karibuni.
Ujanijibu hapa baba. Raila Odinga, from Gachagua's statement, is a person who loves power without responsibility.
No, Raila, the reason why I don't want to speak about Gachagua, because the guy is so lucky to have even gotten a position in this country. He's so lucky. Yeah. He should be thanking Ruto to heaven and back. He doesn't deserve any position of leadership in this country. So reckless, so tribal, so careless.
From the beginning,
he is every other bad thing that you would imagine. From the very beginning.
From the beginning, you said Gachagua shouldn't have held any position.
He shouldn't have.
Okay.
And that one, respectfully, I think Gachagua is one of the worst characters we've had as politicians in this country. Yeah. A serious insider, a very tribal man, not so God-fearing, I can tell you.
How do you know about that?
Hides in church. You can't be God-fearing.
Talking about God-fearing and so forth, hizi mambo za religion, a broad problem to Kenyans, in 2022, we were being told about mganga, na ule mtu anaquote all the verses. You see, we don't need to take the perspectives from religions or verses. Maybe I'm talking from the opinion that you don't agree from. Yeah, because you've seen whatever happened. Kenya,
what has happened?
You see, building 1.2 billion church in State House, while somebody has got no water in Turkana, while someone is sleeping njaa in Siaya. In Siaya,
have you seen the bill of quantities for that church?
No. No.
And do you know how much 1.2 billion can construct? The kind of building it can do?
Yeah. It's
massive. The president agreed, and he said, yes, I'm constructing a church in State House. And there are families there, even before he became president, the families existed there. The church he is trying to renovate has always been there, since independence. He's only saying, I'm giving a personal donation. So it is only a personal donation when it is given outside State House to other churches, but not to the church within State House. The Bible is very clear in the book of Ezekiel. Nendeni mkajenge manyumba yangu kama nyumba yenu. It's very clear.
Easy mambo mko nayo baba. Now, devolution at 15. It's happening in Homa Bay, in Nyanza. And we've seen, we are grateful for devolution in the Republic of Kenya, by the way, because power have been devolved. There have been happenings, great ones for the people of the Republic of Kenya. Now, Raila Odinga speaking, because this is about ODM, Raila Odinga, and of course, Nikona Jeshi La Baba. And specifically, he must give us his opinion on Raila's statement during devolution at 15 in Homa Bay. Right? Sindio? Raila Odinga said, it's a waste of time. I said, county government are supposed to be oversighted by county assemblies, not the Senate. It is unnecessary for Senate to be summoning governors to go to appear before senators in Nairobi. That was Raila Odinga. Only the Public Accounts Committee and the Public Investment Committee should summon not even governors, chief executive of the county governments. It is a waste of time all the time summoning governors to appear before parliamentary committees. From my own opinion, from suggest perspective zangu as a journalist, I think Raila Odinga is making sense on this one, taking an example from the devolved government of the Federal Republics of Nigeria and United States of America. I mean, there is independence at these levels because we have the governors. Now, what's your take on Raila Odinga saying? It seems like from another point of view, Raila Odinga is saying senators' roles have been reduced and it's become so minimal. This is a position that Kenyans are saying it's so useless.
I want to quote the Constitution and allow me to open Article 96 of the Kenyan Constitution.
We are going to open it together. Okay. Yes.
Article 96 of the Kenyan Constitution speaks about the role of the Senate.
Yes. I'm on it. We're all on it.
Okay. So it gives 4 roles. You can read out role number 1, 2, but especially number 3.
Article 95
96.
96. The Senate represent the counties and serve to protect interests of the counties and their governments. The Senate participate in the lawmaking function of Parliament by considering, debating, and approving bills concerning counties as provided in Article 109 to 113.
That is role number one.
Rule number one.
Number two?
Number two, it has just... Number three, this is role number two, because number two is about representation. Number three, the Senate determines the allocation of national revenue among counties as provided in Article 217 and exercise oversight over national revenue allocated to the county governments.
Thank you. The second section of that article is very clear, that the Senate exercises oversight on national resources allocated to counties.
National resources allocated to counties. Yes.
Now, in the division of revenue bill, money is allocated to counties. Now, in this instance, this time around, 415 billion has been allocated to counties. Are they not supposed to exercise oversight according to the Constitution?
It should be.
Thank you.
Yes.
So that would be my answer to it. Now, what we detest as a party, and I've heard Raila so clearly speak about this, is the corruption that goes on within our parliamentary system, especially.
Now, before you get to the corruption that goes on to the parliamentary system, Raila Odinga is saying, we are oversighting the allocation to the county government, right? This allocation, after they have been made to the county government, it's going to different departments, finance department, education department. And Raila Odinga is saying the only people that should bear the answer to these allocations are the chief executive officers.
Who are the CEOs? The CEO of the county is the governor. It is very clear. And the County Governments Act.
From that, it said county executive. That is ministers of the county. Yes, from that statement I read from Raila Odinga.
I get him, but it's a very it's a very controversial topic. I can tell you, it's very controversial. How I wish he stuck to the first bit that he made, that the committees summon governors and cabinet secretaries to extort money from them when they think they don't have money. Now, as to whether oversight should be done by the Senate or not, becomes debatable, as you've read from the Constitution. Because the Constitution, unless we change that article of that Constitution, and that deletion takes us to a referendum. Yes. So unless we delete it, that the Senate is not allowed to oversight money that is allocated to counties, then it becomes another issue. Now, on the framework of how they can exercise that oversight is also debatable. It's debatable. Because the chief executive officer, the CEO of the county is the governor. All the back stops with the governor. Now, the county ministers are oversighted and are approved at the county assembly. So it is the duty of the county assembly to oversight the county at that particular level. So when a minister in a county does not perform, it is not the work of the Senate. The Senate has never even summoned any county minister to the Senate. They oversighted down there, and it ends there. If they feel they don't perform, they can either impeach or not. And when they're impeached, they don't come to the Senate.
Yes.
But when a governor is impeached by the county,
it must come
up here. Because the buck stops with him, and the Senate has that role.
Now, one Kenyan said, Anyona, I'm on the opinion that we do away the Senate will save over 25 billion annually. That money can be channeled into education. In fact, the amount is enough to be building a new highway on an annual basis. Look at this way. The Senate is redundant because its all cause roles can already be done by existing institutions. That is, ward representatives and the National Assembly. MCAs have full constitutional authority, Article 185, to oversee county governments, approve budgets, and even impeach governors. The National Assembly can legislate on county matters and decide allocation without Senate involvement.
They cannot. The Constitution is clear.
Let me. This is his opinion.
Okay.
Yes, and financial oversight is already in the hands of the Auditor General, Public Accounts Committee, and county assemblies. In short, the Senate has an expensive extra layer of politics without offering any unique function that isn't already handled more directly by the MPs and members of the county assemblies. And this one also implies to women reps. You explain they cannot. Why they can't?
You know, when you read the first article of 96, they're given that role.
Yeah. The first article of 96 says the Senate represent the counties, serve to protect the interests of the counties and their governments.
It serves to protect the interests. So that distinct role has not been given to the National Assembly.
The governors.
What
about the governors?
The governors. They're the CEOs
of the county.
Yes, they oversee.
They serve to the interest of that particular county.
Yes, they oversee. But
then it seems we have two representatives that are serving at our interest.
No.
Yeah.
The Senate, the senator, for example, for Nairobi, he does not represent the interests of Nairobi alone. He represents the interests of all the counties. He is only a senator from Nairobi, elected by the people of Nairobi, but does not serve the interest of Nairobians only. Now, what we can discuss is wastage
of
resources. And when you come to wastage of resources, the most paying job in Kenya is becoming a member of parliament.
Becoming a politician.
Yes. So that is what we can discuss. How we got there. How we ensured that professionals are not appreciated.
Yeah.
That doctors, lecturers, engineers are not appreciated as much as our politicians are appreciated. Now, wastage of resources is a different topic on its own. Duplication of duties, and I've heard him clearly talking about oversight of financial roles given to the Auditor General. I agree. Even in terms of legislation, there are a lot of duplication of roles. If you would allow, in another sitting, we would even discuss that we have so many counties.
And this, of course, rumbles in National Assembly as the Senate, who is powerful, right?
Now, because of duplications of such kind of roles.
Yes.
But there are distinct roles on devolution vested on the Senate.
Is there an effect that will happen to Kenyans if we do away with the Senate position?
Because these roles that are distinctly given to them are not distinctly given to any other house.
We can give the roles out.
Yeah, then it takes a referendum to do it.
Then, okay, referendum is costly.
Yeah,
but
that's another cost.
Yes.
So,
but the referendum is costly at that, let's say annual, right? In that year. But it preventing us from expending years.
You see,
for the
what you're talking about is very productive. That to the effect that a constitution is a living document, it's a work in progress. From time to time, we can have the first amendment to this constitution because, you see, this constitution has now been here for the last 15 years.
Yes.
Now, there has not been a successful amendment to this constitution because in itself, it was made so difficult to amend it, which is good because we had the constitution back then where the president would make proclamations and just change it the way they would want. Now, the US constitution, as old as it is, has only had less than 10 amendments. So we cannot be changing our constitution every single day. The constitution we have is very good. A very good work of art, a very good document. What we lack is implementation. Because we talk about wastage of resources. We talk about counties not functioning. Why are counties not functioning?
Corruption.
Save for corruption. Corruption is a very big disease at the counties.
Yes.
I don't want to exempt the governors from corruption. They're the most corrupt individuals we have. Some of the most, I can tell you. But then, we also have limited resources to those counties. Because the Constitution says at least 15% should be given to them. Then we only give 15%. The Constitution does not limit us to giving 50% of the resources to counties. We can give more. But then apart from the resources to those counties, there are roles that are supposed to be given to those counties that are devolved in the Constitution. But to this date, the resources are still up here in Nairobi. Those are things we can discuss. Now, duplication of resources, of roles. For example, Kera, Kura. Why would the national government be constructing roads in counties?
Don't know.
Yeah. So those are things we can discuss so that all that money is allocated to governors. But as sure as day and night, one thing that we must first agree on, are we going to elect people who are not corrupt? And if they dare be corrupt, because, the temptation to be corrupt is always there. Do we have strict rules of dealing with corrupt individuals? Are we creating semi-gods?
But I think in Kenya we don't have strict rules, to be honest.
That is what we must.
Because you can buy your freedom after corruption.
That is what we must
see what Waitito did. It's
so free. That on wastage of resources, we must deal with it. But as to whether Senate is useful or useless, I would not agree. The Senate is very useful. Very, very useful.
Now, do you think Kenyans have seen the fruit from devolution?
A lot.
Yeah.
You don't look at it as a Luo thing. It is only in Luo Nyanza that it is unfortunate we are not seeing anything in devolution.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate, by the way. We've been treated to shenanigans and nonsense as county governments because of corruption. Travel this country and go to the northern part of this country.
I can give you an example of Muranga.
Devolution is working.
Yeah.
Leave alone Muranga. You go to Kwale.
Yeah. Kwale is also doing amazing job. It's about a matter of the person that we are electing to represent us.
So we must be keen on improving our statuses with the little resources we are given. Because the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is expected. But this same Bible is very clear. If you don't act on the small resources you are given, hata hiyo kidogo itachukuliwa wengine wapewe.
Siaya County, the governor and the deputy governor are not together. Deputy governor goes in a national television and says you don't know where the governor is. Unfortunate. Siaya County is where ODM leader comes from. These Kenyans in the region are saying they don't know much about devolution. It's very unfortunate about that point. What's your take about your home county?
I've told you,
yeah.
the status of devolution should be re-examined. We need to ensure that devolution works for our people. Let them see the value of these resources coming down here. But in general, very limited resources are allocated to these counties, restricting them to only paying of salaries.
Wanga is performing with that little.
Oh. What has she
Is it her oh?
What has she constructed?
Because you can see whatever is happening in Homa Bay, and it's only 2 years since Gladys
what's happening in Homa Bay is basically a good working relationship with the national government, which is in the constitution, that these county governments are interdependent of the national government. People need to work together. So that is what Wanga has perfected.
And Siaya is missing that.
Maybe
because
yes,
you are not
no.
supporting BBG. You are not in the opinion of ODM.
BBG is not given as Panadol that everyone has to take it. It's a political cause.
But it is not
everyone
ODM.
chooses their direction.
It is ODMs and UDAs.
BBG is not an ODM thing.
Or UDA, Kenya Kwanza and the ODM thing.
It's the decision of ODM to be in broad-based government.
Yes.
But individually within the party, you can say, I don't want it.
In chapters 6, I think of, not to quote it specifically from ODM's constitution, the party leader shall give away of the stance of a party. And the shall means that you people, all of you together in the party, must follow the decision of the party leader. But also this decision comes from the central committee of the party, right?
No, you are trying to play with the word. It is in the party rules.
Yes.
That the party leader shall give directions.
Yes.
On organizations with the other parties.
Yes.
Now it is only clear that he is the only one who is allowed. He shall give directions. So any other person should not give directions.
Yesu akipeperusha si mnafuata? Given
lakini Raila si Yesu bwana.
Okay, but si yeye ndio basi Musa wenyu. You have said he's the Musa to Canaan, and you people are in Canaan right now.
No. You are taking us to Canaan before we get there.
Canaan.
What I can boldly say
is
that it's a reincarnation of the Pentagon. And we're happy with
yes, that's true.
We are happy with our new Pentagon. Kalonzo is welcome.
But he was not in Pentagon.
No, he is welcome
He was not.
to fill the void.
Okay.
You know, in the original Pentagon, Balala and
Balala is
Naga
nowhere
are
to be
not
found,
there.
yeah.
So we have a void to fill.
Okay.
And we are saying from the region that we so love, Kalonzo can come.
Kalonzo have
He's
never
welcome.
criticized Baba. Do you think he's playing card for 2027?
Maybe
All his rallies, he've never.
maybe there is nothing to criticize.
Do you think so?
There is nothing.
Let's say Gachagua leads the united opposition. Let's say that. Every time he gets a mic, not most of the time, but he must criticize Baba.
You know why?
Yeah.
Gachagua is selling the Raila phobia in Mount Kenya that has always been sold.
Muganga and the preacher.
So he is on his narrative.
Okay.
Yeah. Kalonzo finds nothing to fault Raila on.
Now, in conclusion, Jeshi la Baba was a youthful initiative that helped the Azimio la Umoja fight for the economical freedom that was never met in 2023. And, of course, Gen Z protest of 2024 saved Kenyans towards economical freedom. Jeshi la Baba, let's be just honest, Jeshi la Baba did not perform, or did not. Man, we dressed in those customs. And we thought maybe you are forming another army. And then William Ruto was like, you people mkijaribu. Mimi si ule. But what's the future of the youths? In conclusion, the future of youths in politics. Do you think we are capable of changing this republic as youths, independent without political parties?
You know, first you've made a very wrong statement that we didn't achieve anything. Let me tell you what we achieved.
In 2023?
No, let me tell you what we achieved.
Nadco?
Yes.
Nadco, dead.
It's not. You know, the IEBC, the current IEBC is a product of NADCO.
This time round hamjaenda maandamano kusema electoral reforms like in Tanzania.
It is NADCO that birthed this new IEBC, because we came up with a selection panel and a way of ensuring IEBC is formed, and it is in place.
Because we did not talk about IEBC, maybe for the next time.
No, give
me the question. Head forward to the question. Maybe we've said, but you didn't achieve something tangible.
So IBC is not anything tangible.
Chief, we are complaining about IBC.
Who is complaining?
Kenyans are saying, IBC, Chief. Hey, Junet Muhammad cousin. Just fat Nanok was once a ODM member. Cousin, I don't know, relative.
No, it's not a relative.
Ethekon
is not Nanok's relative. He was an employee.
Yes, I know
of the county government of Turkana. And let me tell you something. Being an employee of someone does not forbid you from getting a next job.
Yes.
Let it not be criminal to be someone's employee. We did not criminalize Gachagua being Uhuru Kenyatta's peer and then becoming the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya.
I mean, that's from that perspective. From that point to Mechukua, it's so different. You know why it's so different? For Gachagua, it's so political. It's so partisan. And for IBC, it needs to be non-partisan. It needs to be neutral.
It is neutral, it is independent, but it will have Kenyans. Unless we are saying we are not capable of managing our elections, so we need men from heaven or foreigners to come and manage our affairs here, back at home.
So this time IBC is sober?
No.
And ODM needs no cloud styling center?
I don't want to qualify it as sober, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It is the Independent Electorals and Boundaries Commission. So the commission should be independent. And it is assumed that the commission shall be independent. But individually, within, people have opinions. To every human being, Alan Smith says, they have an opinion.
Yeah.
For God's sake, allow men and women to have opinions. Allow them to come from somewhere. But when they sit collectively, their decision must be independent. If we dare want to find a man or woman without blemish in this country to be in charge of the commission, we will not find one. I can tell you. We will not.
I mean, this time round, ODM mko sawa. Now coming to youth.
Hatuko sawa.
I mean, hatujapata malalamishi zenyu nyingi.
Hatuko sawa. We are only trying to say, let us give the country a chance to move on.
Yeah.
Let us give the country a chance to move on. It is our country. We can't be complaining about everything.
The things
that that we want corrected, let us correct them. Let us sit together and correct them. And I want to give you an example. You see, at the formative days of this country, when men and women went to the streets to fight the colonialists, some good men and women in this country were also at Lancaster discussing the issues of this country. So people have to sit down and also talk about their country at some point. We can't fight forever. We can't kill one another forever. We have a very beautiful country. If you walk across this continent, Kenya is a very beautiful country. We shouldn't lose it to tribalism, to war.
So, truth?
Unfortunate as it may be, I still feel the youth in this country have not been utilized properly. The youth potential in this country has not been tapped. The explosion that will come from the youth would just be better imagined. And it is a plea. We are almost 2-3 days away from the International Youth Day that just happened in Kakamega, the celebration in this country. But you can't even count again from that celebration. Now, that is the only unfortunate thing that we have as a country. That in all our nation building issues, we still don't think about the youth.
Danko.
So, deliberately, as it was deliberate when we wanted to achieve the two-third gender rule for the women, we created positions, special positions for women in parliament, the women reps. Now, I hear our Secretary General speaking about special positions for women in the party in a democracy. What are these special positions for youths? Are youths meant to just throw stones? Are they just there to be seen and not to be heard? I feel that the potential the youth have in this country is not yet tapped. And there are two classes of youth in this country. There are urban youth, the youth that has gone to school, the youth who is ready to work, to face his future boldly. Give that youth an opportunity. If you're not willing to give him an opportunity, then give him a favorable environment. Let him explore. We're in the age of AI. We're in the E-era. So that is the only place that we must deliberately allow the youth to thrive.
That's a powerful stand, I believe, from individual position.
Let us allow the youth to thrive. And I want to give you an example where the youth, if allowed a good environment, can thrive. You see, the other day, and we've considered Kenya not a footballing country until the other day. When
Bro, it's about 1 million.
It's not about 1 million. Let me tell you something. Even the quality of infrastructure you see in Kasarani is not a 1 million thing. You go watch a match in Kasarani and you compare. You know, I've watched matches out of this country. I've been to Benjamin Mkapa in Tanzania. As early as 2013, that stadium was a state-of-art stadium. Very perfect. You go to Kampala, find a very good stadium. You go to South Africa, has ever even hosted a World Cup. These are African countries. We are not yet out of the continent. So what the president has done in that just one aspect, improving Kasarani and Nyayo,
and now Talanta
Hela, improves the level of youth activity within sport. Sport is a serious employer. We are only seeing the 1 million. How much does players earn out of this country? It's a lot. So that's a serious industry.
Give youth time, opportunity, and see them perform.
Yes.
ODM is intact.
Look at Ogam.
Let's come to conclusion.
As we come to conclusion, the score against Morocco, a 20-year-old,
yes,
doing his thing.
Yeah.
So that tells you how much youth can perform when given an opportunity. That is just one aspect of it. The creative industry, arts, it's largely dominated by the youth. What is this kind of support we are putting in this industry? Post the Sonko era, where Sonko gave a free pass to cameras in town on Sundays. no major effort has been done. Nairobi City Stadium has been lying idle for like, I don't know, 10 years. Then we need to... Are we giving production industries for our musicians? The likes of Mbogi Genje.
Yani mnasema mnaweza simamia Mbogi Genje.
Vijana wapewe time na wapewe hiyo nafasi. Tufungue hizi spaces. Wakuja wa record muziki free.
Hiyo inaweza happen Kenya.
It should.
It should.
Ile time bado ni upcoming. Acha vijana wenye wanaweza piga ngoma wapige ngoma. Wenye wanaweza cheza ball wacheze ball. Wenye wanaweza enda shule wasome waende shule wasome. Tutoe vijana kwa crime.
Dango.
Ukienda hapa Inda vijana wengi wako ndani.
Ni
juu ya crime. Na ni zile crime wange avoid kama wangepewa chance ya kufanya job hapa nje. Na job ziko.
Wazee si but tunasema ni leaders ndio wametuangusha kwa situation.
Yeah, ni leaders.
Yeah.
But apart from ni leaders, pia ni sisi. Juu tuko na ile ballot. Tunaweza wachagua na tunaweza wafukuza.
Tutawachaguaje kama mmesema ni 6 piece? Na maybe ule person ako na idea
6 piece, huyu jamaa hajakuja na wewe kwa ballot. Ule mwenye alisema 6 piece.
ODM is intact.
ODM is intact.
Sifuna is not a threat.
How would he be a threat yet? He's an ODM member and he's an ODM.
He can walk out if he likes.
It's a democracy.
It's right.
It's a democracy.
It's not a betrayal to ODM.
It's a democracy.
Not to Baba. Thank you very much for watching us till this end. We appreciate sana mazee kutufikisha mpaka mwisho. This is amazing having a conversation with Jeshi la Baba. Of course, ODM insiders. This is Kiafrica Studios and of course this is Real Talk Republic podcast and I'm your host, Arego. Till next time, Dango.